Okay, we're at the counter. I'm gonna go get the flour. No, we don't. You don't have to use one of those mixers, by the way. You could just do all this by hand or with a spoon or whatever. But I find it to be a lot easier to use that. So you want to get flour all over your hands here, otherwise you stick to the dough. Even with that, you'll stick to the dough. But do your best to get the dough off of the thing here. There we go. Throw that in the sink. Again, the kids can clean that up later. And here we go. Get the flour and dough out of here. And this will be a fast forward section. But we want to knead the dough. Spend as much time as you can kneading it here. Use a bunch of flour, knead that flour into the dough, and get it ready to roll. But put some gusto into it. For those of you who do strength, you might, just skip your strength class and, knead some dough. Most of you look like you could get a little stronger anyway. So, go to town on this stuff. Eventually you'll start picking up all that flour. Take this stuff, put it in the middle. There you go. And after a little while, this will be a nice ball of dough. And you can feel that, in your arms and wrists. My kids say that I'm weak everywhere else, but my hands and wrists are strong, and maybe this is why. Get rid of any extra flour in here. Dump that on there. But you can see you put a bunch of flour out, and eventually it all gets kind of picked up by the ball of dough. Now keep kneading it here. This is one of the key parts and things. And if you don't knead it enough, later on, it tears apart and you can't do cool things like throw it up in the air. So, which, we all know is how you impress and get the chicks. Okay. So it should start feeling and looking and being like more of a ball of dough instead of kind of a, I don't know like how you describe it, but before it gets dough-like, it's kind of, I don't know if you'd call it scabby or something, but you can feel it getting better, more kind of rubbery, like elasticy kind of. That's when you know you're doing it right. And just keep picking up that flour. All right. Okay. So you should end up with a pretty clean counter because the dough is picking up all that flour. Alright. And then I always kind of try and make it so that there's just one kind of hind end to it where it's kind of like reconnecting. And just keep pressing on that, stretching the rest of it over. All right. Put some weight into it. All right. Now, we get our, crazy dog. All right, we get our wooden bowl. Put a little oil in there. I'll show you that. Not that it's anything, there's no secret about this. Just throw a little oil in there. And then we take our ball of dough, kind of move it around in there so that you kind of coat it with dough. Get it in there, grab a dish rag, run some hot water over that dish rag, kind of squeeze it out, and then take the towel and drape it over the top, and now we let it sit for the next hour or so. Okay, we'll see you soon.